a place you do not know.
I didn't realize my favorite part of my own bat mitzvah until years later, when it was my favorite part of both of my daughter's bat mitzvahs, the handing down of the Torah. There's something about that moment that is so personal and intimate between your own family, that you're sharing it and then walking around with the Torah around the congregation, being surrounded by all your family and friends and so much love. And then thinking about yourself in the context of the greater Jewish people, and that we get to have this opportunity and share it with everyone that we love. It's always been, no matter what service I'm at or who's bar bat mitzvah, it's my favorite part. I may have been known to snap an extra picture or two during that time when I shouldn't be, but it is always the most memorable piece to me.
Hi, I'm Amanda Wendler. The most memorable part of my bat mitzvah was giving my Devar Torah, because I got to go up in front of my friends and family and talk about what was most important to me and share my life story. This was a really meaningful moment for me because my family and friends had gathered from states all over the country to come and see me succeed, and it was really special to get to spend that moment with them.
I was raised in an Orthodox synagogue, couldn't sit next to my father, attended Hebrew school for girls, and watched my brother get bar mitzvah, which was not available to me. Fast forward 60 years, I entered an adult B'nai Mitzvah class at Temple Emanu-El, studied for 2+ years, and finally became a bat mitzvah. My brother was on Zoom watching, and I was wearing my father's talit.
When I think about my bat mitzvah in 1997, I think about how I'd never prepared so much for anything in my life. It was definitely the hardest thing I'd ever done to that point. And I think it made me realize that with the right mentors and teachers and preparation, I could do anything.
This is a story I haven't told in a long time. When I was a child growing up in Westfield, I used to walk from Washington School after school and go to Temple for midweek Hebrew. Children in Westfield would throw things at me, and they would call me names because I was Jewish. Westfield was not kind to the Jewish community in those years. And so after the first year, I told my parents I wasn't going back, and I didn't. I didn't become bat mitzvah when I was 13. But when I was 26 and I was studying to be a rabbi, I had a student congregation in Pittsburgh. One night after I finished reading Torah and services, they surprised me with this Kiddush cut. And they announced that I was now officially bat mitzvah. They had a big cake at the Oneg to celebrate. And so I became bat mitzvah when I was 26 years old, 13 years after my 13th birthday.
Hello, my name is Marli Gelfand, and I was a bat mitzvah at Temple Emanu-El on May 15th, 1985. And I was, I think, one of the last bat mitzvahs for Cantor Decker at the time. And it was a really great experience because I met my husband, Jonathan Gelfand, in Hebrew school. And something poignant for me to think back on, I was reading through my bat mitzvah speech, actually, and I had a pen pal of a Jewish young girl in Russia. And she was not allowed to have her bat mitzvah at the time. So I dedicated my bat mitzvah to her. And looking at the times now and thinking about that, it made me wonder where she is and how she is and if she's okay. And it was really special to be able to connect and dedicate my bat mitzvah and have a bat mitzvah for her, since she was not allowed to. And that's it. I grew up in Temple Emanu-El. So what can I say? Thank you for asking me to share my story.
I became a bat mitzvah in 1982. It was just around the 10th anniversary of Rabbi Sally Presand's ordination anniversary, her 10th anniversary. I was on the verge of being a religious school dropout. I did not want to become a bat mitzvah, and my rabbi was frankly at the end of his rope with me. So when I announced that I did not want to speak about my assigned Torah portion, he threw up his hands and said, well, just talk about anything Jewish. I dragged my feet, and finally my mother cut out an article from the New York Times about the anniversary of women in the rabbinate and put it under my nose. That's what I spoke about on the day of my bat mitzvah. Only years later did I make the connection. It wasn't that it lit a light under me in that very moment, but perhaps it planted a seed. And certainly I would have never imagined at that moment in my life that I would become a rabbi.